Hello everyone, I hope you all are having a great day so far. I just wanted to take a few minutes and tell you a little bit more about myself. I am 25 years old and I was born with PFFD, which is a congenital birth defect that affects the femur bone and the hip bone and the legs, and it can also cause upper limb differences, which is why I have T-Rex arms. I'm also an above knee amputee on the left side because of the PFFD. I had my amputation when I was 9 years old, and even though I was so young, my parents still let me make the decision because it's my life. Most 9-year-old girls are thinking about which slumber party they want to go to or which sport that they want to try out for, and I had this decision that I had to make that would affect the rest of my life, but it was pretty easy for me because I knew that I wanted to be like everyone else and to be able to do everything and walk with a prosthesis, so I made the decision to amputate my foot when I was 9. So I'm not going to lie, it was pretty tough growing up being the only one in a small town with short arms and a prosthetic leg, and people that know me now would have never guessed that I used to have no self-esteem whatsoever. I never wanted to try new things, and I always hid myself, and I never really thought that I was good enough, or I don't know, I never wanted to put myself out there, and I used to hide my arms every time I went out in public, and I was always wearing pants. You would never see me in shorts, ever. And being in Florida, that's pretty hot and miserable, being in pants and long sleeves and jackets all the time. So finally, it's like a switch went off in my brain, and I just decided that I was so tired of living like that, and it was so miserable and exhausting. I didn't want to worry about what other people thought about me anymore, and so I started making myself step out of my comfort zone a little bit each day. And the first thing I did was I made myself go out in public without any jacket or anything to cover my arms. And the first time I did this, I was so nervous, and I knew that everyone was going to be staring and pointing and laughing, but I knew that I needed to do this because I wanted my life to be better. I didn't want to be miserable anymore. And come to think of it, it was all in my head. There were not nearly as many people looking at me than I thought there were. And once I realized this, I was like, okay, well, so I can do this, and I'm not going to be made fun of everywhere I go. And so after that, I started wearing shorts, and it was just one little step at a time, very little, and it got to the point where I finally just didn't care anymore, and I wanted to go out and do things and just be happy and live my life. I wanted to try all the things that I didn't ever try while growing up, like sports and all of those types of things. I ran for the first time in my life when I was 24 because I never thought that I was good enough or that I could, and I was always afraid to try because I didn't want to fail and be made fun of. So I just never put myself out there. And looking back, that seems so silly now because I am completely different from that. I want to try everything now, and I'm always looking for new adventures, and I always look back at that little girl, and I wish that I would have listened to my family and friends and, believed them when they said that I was enough and I could do these things, and there weren't that many people that were going to make fun of me. But everyone has to learn to accept themselves at their own time. It took me years. It took me a long time. I think I really started to come out of my shell and really start to love myself how I am after I started going to my new prosthetist. I was 20 years old before I met another amputee, and I think that after that, that really helped raise my confidence, and I really wanted to step out of my bubble at that point, and it has changed my life so much. And, you know, I didn't have anyone else to talk to or look up to when I was younger. I was the only one. So I just kept that all inside, and that really, I guess that really affected my self-esteem. So now my mission is to let everyone know that you are enough and you can do anything that you want, and you shouldn't hide yourself from the world. This sounds so silly to me now that, you know, I used to hide my arms under jackets and not want to be seen by anybody, and it was so miserable. I spent most of my life just worrying about nothing, and I was essentially ruining my own life because I was keeping myself from doing anything and being happy. And I finally started living and enjoying my life, and I can't imagine anything different now that I've changed the way I think about myself, and I wouldn't change anything now. And I think everyone needs to feel this way, and you just have to believe in yourself, and you have to want to make that change. No matter how many times someone said, you know, Justine, you're awesome, I didn't believe them because I hadn't accepted myself yet. And it just, once that little switch goes off in your brain, you can't turn it off, and everyone needs to get to that point. And now it is my mission to help young people or anyone who is going through a hard time. And, you know, I meet new amputees a lot now, and I tell them, you know, your life can still be amazing. It's not over, and you just have to want it for yourself. No one can do it for you. And it's just so amazing how different life is now. I see it. I'm excited every day when I wake up, and I can't wait to see what else is in store. And I'm just excited. You are enough. You can do anything you want to do. The sky is the limit. Just be you and don't hide yourself. I hid myself for many, many, many years, and now I'm not. And it is so inspiring to see other people that just love themselves the way they are, no matter what. It doesn't matter what you're going through, what your circumstances, what you look like. It doesn't matter. You should just be happy in your own skin, and you will go far. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.